Today we're going to talk about um, our top that we are going to plasma cut something out. Now, I want to make sure that you have the flexibility and freedom to do what you'd like. I'm going to show you how to do a round object. You can make it smaller than this. This is just the maximum size that we can make it to get the best yield out of our materials. This is the top. I'll zoom out here a little bit so you can see the size. You can see that it's 36 by 20. And we've got this hole in it. I'm actually just going to recreate this drawing instead of importing it from SketchUp because it's a pretty simple shape. So I'm going to open up VCarve Pro and give a second to open up. And I say create a new file. And the top, if we go back to here, the top is 20 by 36, but I'm going to give myself just a little bit of wiggle room, and we're actually going to glue it up at like 38 inches wide. By, do we say 20? Yeah, by 22 inches tall. So that'll give us, and we're going to have it be an inch thick. It's not super critical. We'll say machine bed, bottom left corner, and then come out. And you know what? We're actually going to go material, surface, and center. That's how we're going to center this, this object. And say, okay. All right, now that this is opened up, try to get my face out of the way. We're going to draw our top on there. So remember the top was 36 inches wide and 20 inches tall. We'll hit create. Now I am going to click on this. I clicked on that to highlight it purple. And then I'm going to use the edit objects and I'm going to center this thing just perfect. So I can do a little bit with my mouse and I can do the fine tuning with the arrows on my keyboard. I just want that to line up dead center. So this is actually going to be the cutout of our top. And we can cut the top out that size if we want with the table saw and panel saw ahead of time, or we could program the CNC router to do it. I think it'd be easier to have that be done by before it gets to the CNC router. And now we're going to put in a couple circles. Again, I'm going to do a 15-inch diameter circle. So I'm going to say diameter, my center point is going to be 0, 0. And my circle is going to be 15 inches in diameter, and hit create. And that will automatically center it for us on there. And then remember, we're doing a rabbet. So I'm going to click this circle, and I'm actually going to offset another circle inward, 0.375, 3/8 of an inch. That's going to allow a lip for my my plexiglass and my plasma cut sign to sit on and say offset. So now, if you want to, you could click this. I'll move this out of the way. And we're going to say cut a circle. Move this all the way out of the way. Cut that circle through 1 inch. Use the end mill. And we want that to be on the inside of my line. And I am going to add a tab, actually 2 tabs that are 1/2 inch. 1/8 inch thick. We're actually going to go down to 0.1, edit tabs. I'm going to put a tab here and a tab here, just so that piece doesn't move when we cut it out. We'll add a ramp of 1 inch. We call it inside circle calculate. And then we're going to cut on this circle. This is going to also be a profile tool cut, but we're only going to make this. We've got 1/4 inch thick plexiglass, and the metal's about a 1/16 of an inch thick. And we want that sucker to lay flush with the top of our project. So that we're going to go 16, so 5/16 of an inch. If you don't know the decimal of 5/16, 0.3125. So the cut depth is 0.3125. Use that same end mill. We're also going to go on the inside of that cut. We don't need to add any tabs to that because we're not cutting all the way through. We'll add a ramp, and we'll call this the rabbet, and say calculate. Okay, now I want to preview and see what this looks like. Preview visible toolpaths. So we can see if I zoom in on this, we've got a lip that's been cut here, and this part is going to get cut all the way out, that center part. Okay, so that's all that we need to do for our top, but we need to now go to the plasma cutter side of things. So what I would do is go up and say File, Save As, save this. I'm just going to put it in Downloads. I'll call it Top Rabbit, and then my initials, KLS. Save. And I'm just going to save that file. Now we need to do the actual plasma cut part of it. So we'll probably do a different video for that.